Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
After a wet day across Metro Detroit, the rain has finally moved out, and with Easter almost here, many are hoping the rain isn't returning anytime soon. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Maloney. Will Jones and Pamela Osborne are off tonight. I'm joined here off the top with Ron Hilliard. Ron, they say it's hoping, or at least we're all hoping, that it's going to be dry tomorrow. What do you think?
And I think we're going to stay dry tomorrow. The
Good.
thing is, we do have a chance of a few sprinkles at nighttime, but during any activities during the day, we're looking pretty good out there, Rod.
Okay.
So right now, we still have some damp conditions across Metro Detroit. We have a couple of isolated showers moving through southeast Michigan, and also still seeing some areas of mist out there. But the rain that we saw earlier, out of here. Here's what we're looking at with the temperatures. We're in the 30s and 40s. Those winds very light at this time, so fortunately not seeing much in the way of any wind chill issues. But those temperatures a little bit cooler toward the north, 35 in Sandusky, 36 in Port Huron. You see those warmer temperatures as you get over toward Lenawee County, with Adrian coming in at 49 degrees. Now, I mentioned that we do have some fog out there. That's reducing visibility a little bit down to 3 miles in Monroe. Also seeing some other areas with some fog stretching across Wayne, Washtenaw, and Livingston counties. Here's what we have for a Track 40 radar. A couple of spotty showers still lingering over toward the thumb. You could get a couple of sprinkles in the Port Huron area. Otherwise, things looking pretty good across southeast Michigan, besides the cloud cover, the fog, and the mist. Here's what we're looking at. A lot of cloud cover right now. Most of the activity now over southwestern Ontario. As we go throughout the rest of the evening or nighttime hours, we still have some of that fog, some of that mist. Tomorrow, we're mostly cloudy, but I talked about the chances of rain returning very, very late. I'm going to talk more about that coming up, but here's how you can keep track of your forecast and a Track 40 radar. Just download the app. You can get your accurate forecast for your neighborhood, and you can see what we can expect for the first week of April.
All right, thank you very much, Ron. A staggering courtroom defeat for Henry Ford Hospital System to tell you about tonight. A civil jury has ruled that the system must pay $120 million to a Detroit family. The claim? Doctors and nurses failed to perform a timely C-section. 13-year-old Kajan Drake's health complications began during his birth in 2010. His family lawyer, Brian McKean, claimed a fetal monitor indicated what are known as non-reassuring fetal heart tones, which should have prompted a C-section. He added that the medical team delayed that procedure for more than 2 hours, and Kajan suffered severe permanent brain damage and cerebral palsy.
The hospital needs to step up and live up to that trust and obey the standard of care and get babies delivered in a timely fashion. When there are non-reassuring fetal monitor tracings and you can't be reassured the baby's getting enough oxygen, you need to act, and you need to act expeditiously.
The hospital issued a statement in the case saying that it plans to appeal that verdict. The Detroit Police Department's Child Abuse Unit investigating the accidental shooting of a 12-year-old on Detroit's west side. DPD tells us it happened around midnight on Sussex Street between Chalfont and Fenkel. We know people at the scene took the child to a local hospital and now is listed in stable condition. Police also say they found the gun the child used, but are not saying whether they've arrested anyone. Monroe County Sheriff's Office ended a barricaded gunman situation this afternoon without injury. Initially, a 38-year-old man fired a shotgun at another man. Police say it all stemmed from an argument around 1 o'clock at a home on South Stony Creek Road. That's near Dixie Highway. Now, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office tells us the victim avoided the gun blast and then ran for help, later meeting up with deputies. The gunman locked himself in a home, but police managed to enter and arrest him. And fortunately, no one hurt after 2 neighboring Detroit homes burned tonight. Local 4 camera rolled as firefighters climbed into that burning home, or actually both burning homes. Flames erupted shortly after 7 on Eamon Street near Mack on Detroit's east side. We're told several people were inside both of those homes when the fire started, and they did manage to get out safely. The Detroit Fire Department investigating the cause tonight. A second shipment carrying almost 400 tons of food left for Gaza left for Larnaca, Cyprus's port today. 3 ships carried the food, a couple of forklifts and a crane to help with future deliveries. The aid sent after the United Nations warned that famine is imminent in the northern Gaza Strip. Roughly 2 million people live in that war-torn area. The continuing war in Gaza led to protests all over the world, including right here in Detroit. Tonight, Detroit police say they're searching for the person or persons who spray-painted anti-war graffiti on the Chase Bank building at Michigan and Trumbull. Earlier in the day, pro-Palestinian protesters marched down Michigan Avenue. Police suspect that one of the protesters and have an investigation underway to try and track that person down. And the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers commanding general says it could take weeks for the port of Baltimore to reopen following this week's fatal bridge collapse. Now, the largest crane on the East Coast, called the Chesapeake 1000, arrived on the scene yesterday. It's going to help crews as they cut the top portion of the collapsed bridge's north side. The idea to this operation is to eventually open that harbor enough to provide a temporary channel for boats to get through again.
We have several more days of math and analysis to do on all of those bridge members and on the vessel before we start rigging that steel and start to cutting that steel. So that's probably several days away.
Now, you remember that Baltimore handles more vehicle imports and exports than any other U.S. port, meaning our automakers here in Detroit are now in the process of finding workarounds to deliver their vehicles out of other places. AT&T investigating a leak that dumped millions of customers' data onto the dark web. Now, the company says it happened 2 weeks ago and impacts over 7 million current accounts and more than 65 million former accounts. The leaked data may include names, home addresses, phone numbers, dates of birth, and social security numbers. AT&T is contacting affected customers and has reset their passcodes. Companies also offering free credit monitoring services. Spring break travel in high gear, and the Transportation Security Administration records show that Good Friday was the 10th busiest travel day of all time. Let's take a live look now at Detroit Metro Airport, where travelers are starting their journeys looking for someplace a little bit sunnier. TSA says it screened just under 3 million flyers yesterday, and the rest of the weekend is projected to be busy as well. At the beginning of this month, TSA reported a nearly 6% increase in passengers over the same time last year, and last year was a record year. On the night before Easter, members of numerous faiths received invites to a Ramadan celebration. Jacqueline Francis was there in Rochester Hills and has our story.
This mosque opened its doors tonight, inviting people of all faiths and communities to learn and celebrate Ramadan. It was an open invitation to learn more about the Islamic faith in the holy month of Ramadan.
This is the opportunity for everybody to come and ask direct questions and get the answers from the person who can give you the right answer from that community.
The interfaith event held in Rochester Hills looked to raise awareness and build friendships.
In Pirkei Avot it is written, "Who is wise? He who learns from everyone."
During the keynote speech, the imam talked about the need for peace and the coming together of all people and faiths.
Even within our different religions, there are a lot of differences, but there are a lot of commonalities as well. Our goal is to bring everybody together on the commonalities and talk about it, that if we had a lot of things common, why we are not talking about those things first.
Come sundown, the group sat down for dinner, an annual event the community has come to cherish. Similar interfaith events just like this one are being held in cities across the country this weekend. Reporting in Rochester Hills, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, Jacqueline. Well, coming up tonight, hundreds of women mark the end of Women's History Month. A look at the mission that brought them all together. And after that raw and chilly rainy day, we're looking for more spring-like Easter weather. Coming up, Ron's going to tell us if we can expect more rain